Converting watershed rental properties to short-term rentals. Analysis done by Randall Coleman. A property owner, client of Watershed Properties, has approached Watershed with the idea of converting long-term rentals to short-term rental properties with the hope for increased profits. The main questions we want to answer are: how much would it cost to convert and maintain this client's properties? How much profit could Watershed see from these conversions? How much cash on hand is needed to convert these properties? And most importantly, should Watershed and the property owner take on this new endeavor? There are some financial assumptions that we are making, which are listed here. $6,000 profit threshold per property, a $30,000 capital investment per property, 5 years of depreciation of that capital expenditure, $6,000 of yearly maintenance, 30% total of 30% of transaction fees, $100 per stay for hospitality charges like key service and cleaning, an average duration stay of 3 days, and $3,600 in utilities per year. Now, out of the 244 watershed properties of this with this property owner, only 41 properties are profitable at that $6,000 threshold, as you can see in this column here. And you can also see that the top 4 most profitable properties are all in Miami, which is interesting. There's a few in Austin, Texas too. And if we look at this histogram here, we can see that these top properties are either 2-bedroom houses or 1-bedroom houses as well. So we know that that property type does see more profits, or at least sees more profits in Miami, in that region. So out of the 41 profitable properties, my analysis results predict that Watershed would see increased profits in the first conversion year of $1,373,238. In the following years after that, Watershed would see $1,127,238 each year. However, for that, in order to convert 41 properties in that conversion year, an initial capital investment of $1,664,430 is necessary. So that's a lot of money, and $680,000 approximately would be needed to maintain the properties year after year. So this is $290,000 more than the predicted profits for that conversion year, and is money that's needed up front as well. Because Watershed is not willing to borrow money and is only willing to spend $500,000 for conversion, it might not be smart to convert all 41 properties in the first year. This table shows that the top 12 most profitable properties will only cost Watershed a total of $480,365 to convert those properties, but will make Watershed $756,274 in profits that year. This might be a better approach to converting properties than doing it all at once. However, the financials for subsequent years would have to be taken into account. Lastly, it's important to do sensitivity analysis to see how robust and sensitive financial assumptions that we are making are. The original financial assumptions are in the assumed value column and are shown here. But to really test these assumptions, it's important to try other values, higher and lower, minimum and maximum, to see how sensitive these assumptions are to realities of the market. And there are 3 factors that I found really do have major impacts, and those are the transaction fees, the hospitality charges, and the average duration stay. So if we go here to our dashboard, let's do some manipulation of the data here. What if the fees, the government or the website charges, increases significantly? So instead of 30%, let's say it's 45%. And we can see immediately that yearly profits after the conversion year, especially, decrease considerably. And then what if the average rental period is actually 1 day and the contracting services are $250 per stay? Now we're down to a measly 93,000. So that's a really big difference, and obviously these three fields really do have a large impact. But let's try it on the maximum scale now. So let's go back to 100 per stay, 3-day average, and let's say 15% transaction fees. Pretty small. And we can see here that yearly profits after conversion now are over $2 million. So that is more than, that's about $1,200,000 increase from what we had before. However, it's hard to imagine that regulatory fees will decrease in the future. So let's put this back to 30%. And then we have the $1,127,000 that I talked about in the slide earlier as predicted yearly profits for Watershed. So in conclusion, should Watershed get into the short-term rental market? Yes, if Watershed can invest $500,000 or more to convert properties, and if conversion is done in a phased approach starting with the most profitable properties. Thank you.